Hello and welcome to Gaming is Therapy. Today I'm bringing you episode 94 of our fantasy EFL football, and it's time to talk about the playoffs. Yes, the playoffs are around the corner. They begin on 8th of May and we have some cracking games coming up. So, minus the games that you can see that are coming up on the screen, I thought we'd talk about some of the changes, and I didn't think you'd want to look at just a computer screen and me moving things around and flicking through this to that to the other. I thought what I'd do is I'll just take what's important and we can discuss those, or I can just run through them and you can leave any comments in the section below if you have any questions. Welcome to Fantasy EFL Playoffs. Compete by selecting your own 7 players and 2 clubs from all 3 EFL playoffs. It will score points based on their actual performances, and in the final round, select all 3 clubs who you think will win their EFL playoff final. I really like that last part. I was worried that they might just give us a choice of 2 teams in the final, but they're giving us a choice of 3, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now, there are no restrictions on how many times you can select an individual player over the course of the EFL playoffs, but you can only select a maximum of 2 from any one club each game week, apart from in the final round where you can select up to 4. There is no limit on how many times you can select a club during the EFL playoff. Having the chance to select 4 players in the final is pretty impressive. I really like that. It's going to be fantastic. Obviously, takes you down a whole new strategic planning route for the actual finals, which would be brilliant. Be interesting to see if anyone does go with 4 players from one club. I think that would be a bit risky, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there's going to be some very interesting teams produced in that final game week of this season. This is no surprise for me. For Fantasy EFL playoffs, there are no chips available. I think that's a bit of a no-brainer, to be fair. No point putting any form of chips in there. So from a points perspective, it's quite simple. A win is 5 points, but do note results of the semi-final will be taken from after the full time and extra time if played. Results of the finals will be taken after full time, extra time and penalty shootouts if played. A draw will get you +3, an away win is +2, a clean sheet is +2, 2+ goals scored is +2, and progression to the final is also +2. You will note there's an asterisk on the away win. That is basically because EFL playoff finals taking place at Wembley Stadium will count as a neutral venue and no away win points will be rewarded. Yep, I think that's a no-brainer as well. A win's a win, you get 5 points anyway, so yeah, I don't see the issue with that at all. I think overall the changes and the way they're doing the point system is perfectly fine. Everything's pretty much the same apart from a few bits and pieces. Nothing too complicated, nothing to be worried about. I think it's going to make for some interesting teams being produced in the semi-finals for sure, which leads me on to that dangerous game that we all like to play. So I am going to produce some videos for just a gentle review, like a small review of the season so far, i.e. the Championship, then League 1, League 2. And of course, I'm going to do that daring thing. I'm going to predict who's going to get to the final and who's going to get promoted. Why I do this to myself, I do not know. But it's football. I love to have a little bit of a prediction. It's all good fun. It'd be nice to get your comments in the comment section below for when I do my predictions. If you agree with me or if you think I'm absolutely deluded. It's all a bit of fun, all a bit of banter. But yeah, there we go. So the changes to the fantasy football is not major. There's just a few things that still don't really affect us overall. I personally can't wait. I've built my first team. I've already changed it 3 times and it's only Bank Holiday Monday. And with that in mind, I've taken up enough of your time. Go and enjoy the remainder of your Bank Holiday Monday. Have a cracking day. And as always, I will catch you later.